That is about your Young's modulus. Young's modulus represented by letter capital Y. I'm able to, are you able to hear me better?
Yes, sir.
Sure. See, what we do is, in this topic, we will be assuming the rod or the wire as what beta? Spring. We'll be assuming the rod or wire as what beta? Spring. Let's say, for example, this is the first rod on which you are applying the force of your capital F. Now, when you apply such amount of a force, what happens? There will be the extension in the wire beta. So this is your
Yes.
original length right now. This will be the extension. This is by your applied force. This is your capital F. Okay. Young's modulus is represented by the relation beta. Y is equals to force per your unit area divided by your extension divided by your original length. That means if I'm taking the value of y from this one, this y is equals to f by your L into your, this one is a into your x. Okay. Then from this one I can write the value of force beta. The force will be equal to how much beta? This one is ya divided by L into your x. Y is a constant in this one beta. Y is a constant, area is a constant, length is also constant. This total constant, I'm assuming it with the letter, say for example, K. So F is equals to K into your X. In the spring also, we know that F is equals to what beta? K into X, where K is known as of what? Spring constant. So this is known as, F is known as of your spring force. This is exactly equal to your spring force. But the value of K here is equals to how much beta? But the value of your K is equals to YA divided by your L. YA divided by your L part of relation. Okay. Y is your Young's modulus, A is area of cross section, L is nothing but of your length.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So K is known as what beta? Spring constant. K is known as of what for me? Spring constant. K is known as what? Spring constant. K is known as of a spring constant. Now see, if material is same, if material is same, then y will be same, but area length change. But if area length change, then K changes. Okay, now beta? Material is same.
Yes.
That means y will be same. If you are changing the area and if I am changing the length, the value of the K will be your changing. The value of the K will be your changing. Is it clear for every? Is it clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So spring constant is how much here right now? K is equals to y into your A divided by your L. Y is Young's modulus. If material is remaining for me same, then y will be the same. But area and length will be changing. So if area and length will be changing, the spring constant will also change.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
The next one is elastic potential energy.
Sir, so like why could remain the same if the material also changes?
Is better?
Why will remain same if material changes also?
Because that is a property of your like say material. Na? Like
Yes,
say
sir.
for example, if I am the son to my son, to my mother, and I'm having a sister. My son
Yes, sir.
and my what do you call the myself and my sister, both of them will be common to my parents, na?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So in this one also, y is a property of material. If I'm
It's
taking
common.
one material, let's say for example of length L1, another material of the length of L2. See, like
So
say
both y is same.
one may be elder, one may be younger, but there is
Yes,
a
sir.
difference in the height, there may be difference in the weight, but still they are the same offspring to their parents,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Got it. Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So material will be the same. If material is same, but it doesn't mean that the area and length should also be the same, na?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So next one is elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy is nothing but work done in the metallic wire. How do you write the work done in the metallic wire beta? Metallic wire energy U is equals to half into K into your X square. In the spring energy also you did this one in the work for energy. W is equals to half into K into your X square per deflection. Or else this can be written as of your half into K value will become how much better for me here, see. So K value from this one is equal to how much for me? F is equal to K into X. K will be equal to your F by X.
Yes, sir.
It will be your F by your X into your X square, isn't it? So X square and this X will get cancelled. So this will be equal to your how much better? This will be equal to your half into your F into your X. Okay,
Yes,
na?
sir. Yes.
This can also be written as of your half into your K. X value can be written as beta.
X can be written as F by
X value can be written as of your
K. F by K.
F by your K. F by your K whole square. That means this will become for me how much beta? This will become for me F square divided by 2 into K square. 1 K will get cancelled. So this will be your K.
Yes.
So this is your work done.
Okay.
Okay. So this work done is stored as a form of your energy in the wire. This work done is stored as what? Energy in the wire. So because it is F square K square, 1 K and square will get cancelled. So it is F square by 2 into your K. Clear?
Yes.
See here. Work done in the elastic wire is given by the formula half into stress into strain into volume. Half into stress into strain into volume. So work done per unit volume. Volume I'm taking right now here. So this will be equal to your volume. Will be equal to your half into this one is your stress into strain can be written as beta. Strain can be written as y is equals to stress by strain.
Yes, sir. Strain can be written
So
as
strain can be written as
stress
what?
by y.
Stress by your y. Stress by your y. That means I can write that work done per unit volume. Work done per unit volume will be equal to your half into this will become for me your stress whole square. This is a stress whole square divided by Young's modulus.
Sir, by mistake you wrote
Hmm?
by mistake you wrote strain by y, sir.
Yeah, this one is stress better. Sorry, not strain. This one is your stress. This one is your stress. So work done per unit volume is equal to how much beta? Half into stress whole square divided by your Young's modulus. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Let me give you some example for this one. See the first. Say for example, this is the ceiling. A wire is being attached to the weight of block of mass, say for example, M. The forces acting on this one will be equal to how much beta? One is the weight of the body which acts in the downward direction, that is M into G. Another one is force in the string. This force will be equal to what beta? M into G. Okay. So due to this weight, if elongation in the wire is equal to X, then work done can be written as by the formula half into F. F value will be equal to your mg into your X. Can I write like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Next one. Let's say, for example, this is your ceiling and this is your wire, and here there is a block which is been attached, and the weight of this one is M. The weight of this one is mg in the downward direction. And if I am assuming this wire to be a spring, then the spring constant in this one will be equal to how much beta? F is equals to K into X. This is made up of your wire of Young's modulus Y, area of cross section A, and length is your L. So find the elongation in the wire and the potential energy. The question is find elongation in wire, and potential energy. The elongation in the wire is due to what beta? Weight body. So I can write here right now, K into your X must be equal to your M into G. So extension will become how much beta? Extension in the wire is X only, na? So X will be equal to your mg divided by your K. So this will be your extension. X is equals to your mg divided by your K. Then work done will be equal to how much beta formula? W is equals to your
R.
F square divided by 2 into
Okay,
K
yes.
in terms
Good.
of force,
Yes.
isn't it? So F will be equal to how much beta? M into your G, that will be equal to your whole square divided by your 2 into your K. K value is equal to how much beta? YA divided by your L,
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
isn't it? Yeah. Take one more case.
Sir, once can you explain this question again, sir?
This one you see better. This is a wire. This wire is having Young's modulus of Y, area of cross section A, and length L. I told you
Yes,
this
sir.
rod or wire can be replaced by a spring. So
Yes,
at that
sir.
time, the force in the spring will be equal to how much for me? K into
Yes.
X.
Yes,
So
sir.
this mg will be equal to kx. Is asking the
Yes, sir.
problem, find the elongation in the wire and potential energy.
Yes, sir.
Elongation will be equal to because of the weight only, na. So this
Yes, sir.
mg will be equal to k into x. X is equal to mg by k. And is asking the work done. Work done is in the form of what? Potential energy only.
Yes,
So
sir.
potential energy is nothing but the form of work done. W is equal to half of your F square by K.
Yes, sir.
Okay. F value is your how much? Mg. Because this K into X is nothing but
Yes,
equal to
sir.
F only,
That
na.
is F.
This
Yes.
F is equal to Mg whole square to K value will be equal to Y into A
Yeah.
into L.
Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Now this one is also very important. Say for example, this is your ceiling. Now we are having two wires with. This is the first wire. So this one, weight of the body M1 is been attached. And here there is your another body. And here M2 is been attached. Now write the forces acting on the body. First I'll write the weights of the body beta. This one is M2 into G. And the weight of this body is here is M1 into your G. Okay. This is the first wire beta. So Young's modulus of this one is Y1. Area is A1 and length is L1. So extension in this wire is say for example your X1.
Yes.
And extension in this wire, second wire is nothing but say for example of your X2. This is second wire. Young's modulus of this wire is Y2. Area is A2 and length is also equal to your L2. Clear?
Yes.
What is the other force which has been acting on that one? Spring force is acting in the upward direction. That is nothing but of your K2
Yes.
into your X.
Yes, sir.
In this one also spring force is acting in the upward direction in the wire itself. That is K1 into your X. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The weight of the body right now here is equal to how much better? M2 into your G.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Here the weight of the body will be equal to how much better? This weight of the body is also acting in the downward direction. That is M1 into your G.
Yes.
Okay, na?
Yes.
So now, if I'm writing the first point, you see, K1 X1 will be equal to how much? K1 X1 will be equal to K1 X1 will be equal to your how much? See this one better. K1 X1 will be equal to your M1 into G,
M1 to G. Yes.
isn't it? K1 X1 will be equal to your M1 into your G. K2 X2 will be equal to how much beta? M2 into your G.
G. Yes.
Clear? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
See this. So K1 X1 will be equal to your M1 into G. Now see this one very carefully. If here it is K2 X2 and here also there will be equal to how much beta? K2 X2 also. That means this is also equal to your plus of your K2 into your X2. M2
Yes.
into G will be equal to your how much? K2 into X2. So I can write this one as of your M1 into G plus K2 X2 will be equal to your M2 into G. That means this will be equal to your M1 plus of your M2 into G. Is it clear?
Yes.
This one. This one is M2 into G. In this wire K2 X2. So here it is also K2 X2. So K2 X2 is in the downward direction. M1 into G is in the downward direction. So K1 into your X1. So this K1 and X1 will be equal to how much beta? M1 into G plus K2 into X2. This K2 into X2 is equals to how much for me? M2 into G. So I am getting K1 X1 is equals to your M1 plus of your M2. Is it clear? So K1
Yes,
can
sir.
be
I
written as
have a
beta.
doubt, sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, like as the way K2 X2 is acting upon, like there's equal force from upwards, right? So K2 X2 again.
Yeah. See, this is the wire,
The
na?
same way, yes, sir. The same way M1G, it's acting downwards, right, sir? So
Yeah.
ante a string lo malli isn't there an equal opposite upwards force, sir?
Yeah, this one is K1 into X1 first. That is the reason I have written K1 X1 is equals to M1 into G first.
Sir, second string. Second string.
Second string, this is only this two only, na? K2 X2 will
Right.
be equal to
M1G
M2
is
into.
there, right, sir?
Huh?
M1G, which is acting downwards, means
No, no, no,
the
no,
up.
no. It is not acting on this body, na?
Okay, not on the body. Yes, sir.
Not on the body. It is only on M2. See, like if I take M2 like this, now write the free body diagram. This is M2 into G. This will be equal to your K2 into your X2, isn't it? Now, if I'm taking
Yes.
your M1 into G, this is M1 now. So on this one is M1 into G down, and here this one is K2 into your X2 into down, and here this one is K1 into your X1 in the up.
Okay. Sir.
Clear?
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
So that is the reason I have written that condition. So
Yes.
K1 X1 is equals to your K1 X1 will be equal to your M1 into G, K2 into your X2. This K2 into your X2 is already equal to how much for me? M2 into. So that is the reason K1 X1 is equals to M1 plus M2. Now you know how to write the value of K1. K1 will be equal to how much better? This one will become for me Y1. Area of cross section will become for me A1. Length of this one will become for me L1 into extension is nothing but of your X1. That will be equal to your M1 plus of your M2 into your G. Very important bit. So from this one I can get the value of your X1 beta. Isn't it? So I can get the
Yes,
value
sir.
of X1. So I'm taking this one as equation number 1. The same way, if I'm writing for the second one, this one is a K2 into your X2 is equals to your M2 into G. K2 means this will become for me Y2, area of cross section is A2 divided by length is L2 into your X2 is equals to your M2 into G. This is your equation number 2. Now divide 1 by 2 better. If I'm dividing equation 1 by your equation number 2. So what I'll be getting right now, you see? So I'll be getting ultimately, so Y1 divided by your Y2 into this one your A1 divided by your A2 into this one will become for me L2 divided by your L1 into this one is your X1 divided by your X2 is equals to your M1 plus of your M2 divided by your M. Can I write like that?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? In whatever he is asking, you can use this equation and try to simplify the problem. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, so that is the uh, like on dividing 1 and 2, we'll get the.
You will be, if like he is asking X1, X2 in the problem. X1,
Yes,
X2 means this all will go here, na?
yes, sir.
So you can simplify at
Okay,
that time,
like that. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
isn't it? Whatever the
Here we
data is
require
given,
the rest.
depending upon whatever is unknown, you can use that unknown and try to calculate the answer. Clear?
Yes, sir. Once from this like this starting page, can you like this?
Yeah,
This
because
third page
I'm
can
not
you
doing
provide?
problem, na? I'm just giving an application. If there are two
Yes,
wires,
sir.
means he may be asking the ratio of anything. He may be asking what is
Yes.
Y1 and Y2, or what is X1 and X2, or what is K1 and K2, something blah blah condition depending upon the given data.
Yes. Got it, sir.
Point number 4 then. Like say for example, if a wire is fixed between two rigid supports. Okay. So this is your wire. Okay. This is your wire. And now we are heating it. So when you heat it with a temperature of delta T, so what is happening? A force will develop in this one. Because of this force, this rod will try to expand in this one. But these are the rigid wall. Because of this rigid wall, the rod cannot expand linearly. So a small bending will be seen in this one. This is called as of your thermal stress. It is called as of what, beta? Thermal stress. So the bending
Thermal
of the
stress.
wires is called as of what? Or the rods is called as of your thermal stress. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Now that expansion in the length will be equal to how much, beta? The length of this one is, say for example, capital L. Due to increase in temperature, increase in the length can be represented by the formula delta L is equals to your alpha into L into your delta T, because it is made up of your material of coefficient of linear expansion, say for example alpha. We already learned in the thermal expansion that is coefficient of linear expansion alpha is equals to change in length divided by original length into temperature difference.
Yes, sir.
Listen, that is the reason I am writing delta L is equals to alpha into delta T. So force developed in this one will be equal to how much? Force developed in wire or rod will be equal to how much? F is equals to K into your X. isn't it? K will be equal to how much beta? Y into your A divided by your L. Extension is, say, for example, how much for me? Delta L. This is your force. Okay.
Yes.
That means I can write here F is equals to Y into your A divided by L into delta L. What is the delta L value, beta? Delta L value is equals to your alpha into capital L into delta T. This
Yes,
capital
sir.
L, this capital L will get cancelled,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? So the force will become how much for me ultimately? F will be equal to your F will be equal to YA alpha into delta T. Delta T is your temperature difference. Delta T is what? Temperature. This is your answer. Clear?
Yes.
I can even write like this. Force by area. Force by area is equals to Y into alpha into delta T. Force by area is nothing but what, beta? Stress, na?
Yes, sir. Stress.
So that stress I can write as what? Thermal stress. So thermal stress will be equal to Y into alpha into your delta T. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So thermal stress is equals to this much. Okay? Very important formula, beta.
Sir, once can you like explain the phone this one, sir?
We are taking a rod, beta, and it is fixed between two rigid walls.
Yes.
And we are heating it with a certain temperature delta T. So
Yes.
when you start increasing it with a certain temperature, what happened? This rod will start getting expanded.
Yes.
Now it will try to expand linearly, but due to this rigid wall, it is not having an option to increase in rigidly. So what happens at a time? There will be the bending in the wire.
Yes, sir.
This bending of the wire is called as thermal stress. Okay. This wire initial length is how much? L. It is made up of what material? Coefficient of linear expansion, alpha. Temperature is delta T. So the expansion in the
Yes.
length is given by the formula. Delta L is equals to alpha into L into delta T. L is original length,
Yes.
delta T is the temperature difference, and alpha is your coefficient of linear expansion.
Coefficient expansion.
So force
Yes.
developed in the wire or the rod will be equal to how much beta for me? F is equals to K into your X.
Yes. Yes.
K value already we know. Y into A divided by L
Okay. Yes, sir. Got it.
into delta L. Delta L value is this one. I'm substituting the delta L. That is alpha into L into delta T. This L gets cancelled. So force is equals to YA alpha into delta T. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
alpha is known
Yes.
as what beta? Coefficient of linear expansion.
Linear expansion.
Coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of your linear expansion. So if I take area here, force by area will become for me stress. This is because of the heat. That is the reason I'm writing as thermal stress. So thermal stress is equals to Y into alpha into delta T. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next step, number 6. Say for example, this is the initial
Number 5,
position.
sir.
Is better?
Number 5, sir.
5, huh? This is 4. Okay. This is the first one. Okay.
Yes.
This is 1 point and this is 1 point. Something like making your clothes to dry in the out on a wire. Okay, this is the straight wire. The moment you apply the weight, what happens? The wire will come down.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? This is your wire right now here. Okay, and it is fixed somewhere here right now. Now, why it is coming down? Because we are hanging certain weight here. This weight is nothing but what? Capital M. So the weight of this body will be equal to your M into G in the downward direction. So for how much distance it has been come down, beta? Like say by small distance of your X. Generally you
Yes,
generally make your clothes to be what you call dry in the what you call the outside on a bar, on a
yes,
wire generally. If it is a small wire, what happens when you hang anything or when you keep anything on that one, that wire will slightly will come in the downward direction. So to understand, you to have drawn this much of your larger distance, but X is very, 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 very small. Okay.
yes.
length here is your L, and this length is also your L. Okay, so what I can write the point here is a mass is suspended. The mass is suspended from midpoint. Suspended from midpoint of steel wire. Okay. So strain developed will be equal to how much? Strain will be equal to change in length by original length.
L by
Original
L.
length will be equal to how much, beta? L plus L. That will become how much for me? 2L. Okay. Now what is this delta L, beta? We'll try to calculate this delta L. Delta L is nothing but what? Extension.
X-ray.
So delta L will be equal to your how much? See, if this is X, this is L, this will be equal to how much, beta? Under root of your, this will become for me L square plus X square. And this is also becoming for me under root of your L square plus of your X square. Or this can be written as of your L square plus X square to the power of your 1 by 2. Can I write like this?
Yes, sir.
So it is how many times? 2 times. So delta L will be equal to how much, beta? 2 into, this one is L square plus of your X square to the power of 1 by 2 minus of your 2 into your L. That means this will become for me 2 into your L, this one. This is
How
binomial
minus?
expansion, beta.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah.
Binomial expansion part. So what I can do is right now for this one, I can divide by your L square. So this will become for me 1 plus X square by your L square to the power of 1 by 2 minus of your 2L. I'm using the binomial expansion, beta. If the X value is very, very small, the power value is very, very small, I can directly multiply that power inside. So this will become for me 2 into your L into 1 plus, this will become for me X square divided by 2 into your L square. This is minus of your 2L. So this delta L will become how much at a time? How much will become?
So first we should 12.
This is 2L,
Yes, sir.
isn't
12
it?
plus.
This is a 2L into 2L into your X square divided by 2 into X square minus L. 2L, 2L will get cancelled, 2 and 2L get cancelled, LL also will get cancelled. So X will come out for me how much? X square by your L.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So
One
this
square
is
and
your
one root.
extension. So extension in the wire is how much better? If wire is very making very, very small angle, then delta L will be equal to how much for me? X square by your L. That means I can write here the strain value will become how much better right now? This will become for me, delta L will become for me how much better? X square divided by 2 into your L square. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So this is the formula you need to remember. This is your proof.
Yes, sir. So this is the standard formula.
Yeah, this is a standard formula. Whenever a mass is suspended from the midpoint of the steel wire, the strain is calculated with the formula X square by 2 into your L square. You need to remember it.
Yes,
Because
sir.
every time you can't go for the derivation in your competitive examination like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sudamala sir, if there is any doubt in that one, please let me know. This L square I just divided and multiplied by L square beta. By L square by
Yes,
L
sir.
square.
Got it, sir.
This is by L square by L square. Kabatti L square get cancelled 1 plus X square by L square. Binomial expansion, this power will come inside, so it is 1 by 2 and simplified. That's it.
Sir, so on dividing by L square, sir, means outside, how did we get 2L, sir?
This is already 12 na beta here.
Means on, yes, sir, on the top by which, like, Akada, you didn't write.
This one is a 2 into, this one is how much for me? L square plus of your X square,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This is 2 into L square plus X square to the power of 1 by 2 minus 2L. Correct, Rashanka?
Malik, we got, if you're dividing by L square, sir, means outside also you have to get 2L square, right?
Yeah. This one
Akada,
is the
2L,
2.
sir.
This is minus of 2 into your L square. This is L square here. So it is L square means 1 by L square x square by L square. This is minus of 2L. Minus of 2L correct Rashana. This one is a 2L. This is extension, that is delta L. This is delta L.
Yes.
This is 2L and L is nothing but 2L. So that L section is equals to L. Is it? So am I doing any calculation mistake you see?
It's like in that previous step, we don't have two outside brackets, only two runs. Next step, how did you
This
get
one is a 2 into L square plus of x square to the power of 1 by 2. So if I don't write here L, this is also your L part. So if I write only 2 here, beta, this will become how much for me? 2 into your 2 will get cancelled, but still it will be remaining 1 here now. L is also very small right now. This is a 2 into your L, 1 plus of your, this one is 1 plus x square by your L square to the power of 1 by 2 minus of 2 into your L. This value derivation of done correct or no? This one is x square plus x square L plus square plus x square to the power of 1 by 2. This is also 1 by 2. Okay, chalo, no problem. I'll do it out. So just remember that whenever it has been hanging right now for this one, the strain developed will be equal to how much right now for me beta here? X square divided by 2 into your L square.
Yes.
Directly remember it for the competitive examination. You can't go for the derivation for this one of lengthy beta. So better try to remember directly the strain developed in this one will become how much for me? X square divided by 2L. Now if he's asking the
For
depression,
small angle, right? So this is
yeah, for the small L part of relation. Now, if I'm talking about X, what is X here beta right now? Depression.
yes, sir.
So this depression will be equal to how much? This depression will be equal to how much? I'm directly writing the relation, but I'm not going for the proof of that one. So remember, the depression is given by, just right now here, depression is given by your X, that X will be equal to your L into, this will become for me your mg divided by y into your A to the power of your 1 by 3. So this will be the depression, X value. So the X value will be equal to how much better? L into your mg divided by y into your A to the power of your 1 by 3. Is it clear?
Yes.
Next one and very, very important application beta. That is number 6. See, for example, this is your ceiling. Okay. And somewhere here we are having a rod like this. Okay. And here some weight has been attached. This is the weight which has been attached. The mass of this one is m. So weight of this one will be equal to your mg. And it is suspended from this wire right now here. So it is attached to this one like this. And this is attached to this one like this. And this one is your x, and this will be equal to L minus x. This is made up of your wire. So it is y1, a1 into your L. Force in this one is nothing but your F1. Force in this one is nothing but of your F2. And it is your y2, a2, and length will be the same. Isn't it? So this rod is being suspended by the two wires beta. The wire is having, the first wire is made up of y1, second one is made up of y2. Area of the first one is a1, area of the second one is a2. But length of both the wires is same, so L and A. So force developed in the first wire is F1 and force developed in the second wire is F2, because we are attaching a weight of the mass M, little bit not at the center, but at the 3/4 of the rod from the left hand.
Yes.
Or 1/4 of the rod from the left hand part affiliation, or from the right hand 3/4, or whatever it may be, depending upon the situation. Okay. Isn't it? In such type of a question, length of the wire and extension will remain for me same beta. Isn't it? Because the rod is
Yes,
on
sir.
horizontal, so strain will be the same here. Strain is same. Why can you tell me? Because if it is extending by x, this should also extend by x because length is remaining for same.
Yes, sir.
The length of the wire and extension remains the same, then only this rod will become horizontal. Otherwise, the rod will not remain horizontal.
Yes.
That thing is very clear for us. So in order to make this rod horizontal, the strain should be equal to how much for me? Strain. The strain should be equal to your same. Now see here, this force into perpendicular distance will give me what beta? Torque,
Yes, sir. Force.
isn't it? So torque is right now for me how much? This F2 into your, this one is how much for me right now? Force into perpendicular distance. That is nothing but of your L minus X. Force into your perpendicular distance must be equal to what? Tau is equals to your, how much? Tau will be equal to how much beta? Tau is equals to your force into perpendicular distance. Force is right now how much for me or F2. Perpendicular distance is how much right now for me? L minus X. Isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
this
For the
torque
right
must
side.
be equal to how much beta? This force into perpendicular distance,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? So what is that value? F2 into the total length of this rod L must be equal to how much for me? If I'm writing the total length as of your L part deflation, so that will be equal to how much? For F1, the distance is how much for me? X, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'm applying the torque at one end. I'm applying the torque at one end. That means force into total length will be equal to how much for me? Capital L. Okay. So for this one, if I'm applying the torque like this, so torque will be, take this one as a reference beta. So F2 into your L, F2 into your L must be equal to your mg into your x, because I'm taking this point as of your origin. I'm applying this force F2. This total length is nothing but L. And at this point, this force into this perpendicular distance, that is nothing but of your mg into your x. So F2 will become how much for me beta? F2 is equals to your mg into your x divided by your L. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The same way. If I'm applying the force for this end, if I'm taking this end right now, then at that time I can write force F1 into your L will be equal to your, next one is nothing but of your mg into, next length is how much for me? L minus x. Now I'm taking this point as a reference beta. If this is a point of reference, this F1 will be equal to how much? This F1, this perpendicular distance is nothing but total length L. For this mass, this is a reference point. So it is mg into this perpendicular distance is how much for me? L minus of your x. So F1 will
Yes.
become how much for me at the time? F1 will become for me your mg into your L minus of your x divided by your
Divided by
L.
L. Yes.
Okay. So strain developed will be in this one. How much beta I told you? Strain developed must be equal to same. So what is the
Same.
strain
Yes.
formula in this one beta? Strain will be equal to your F1 divided by your A1 divided by Y1. That must be equal to your F2 divided by A2 divided by your Y2. So force will be equal to how much for me? K into your X. K value will be equal to how much beta? Y by A into your L into your X. So here X and L will remain for me how much? Same. So I can write
Yes, sir.
here F1 will be equal to your Y1 A1 and F2 will be equal to how much beta? Y2 into your A2. Isn't it? Because strain is remaining same, no beta. For both of them, strain is remaining
Same,
same means
same. Yes.
it is your F1 by your A1 divided by Y1 will be equal to F2 divided by A2 divided by your Y2.
Yes.
So here X and L are remaining same. So F1 must be equal to Y1 into A1 and F2 must be equal to Y2 into your A2. Clear?
Yes.
These are all lot applications beta. You need to practice a lot, then only you can remember, because there are a lot of applications present in this one. The next one is how much beta? Which point?
Seven.
Seventh point. No? This is sixth. మరోసారి చూడు, ఇది మరోసారి చెప్పండి చూడు,
Yes, sir. ఇది ఇదే
ఒక్కసారి నేను
కొంచెం
చెప్తాను చూడు. ఈ
confusing.
టార్క్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్, దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ రాడ్ నాన్న, అండ్ హియర్ ఈజ్ యువర్ వైర్, and here is your wire. Force developed in this one is F2. Force developed in this one is your F1. And somewhere at this point, the weight has been acting in the downward direction. That is nothing but of your M into G. Total length of this wire rod is given as of your L. This is a distance of x from the first wire. This is a distance of L minus x from the second wire. Now, I'm taking this as of your origin beta. This is your reference. So F2 into perpendicular distance,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? So F2 into
Yes.
perpendicular distance means L. That will be equal to this weight into perpendicular distance. That will be equal to your how much? Mg into your x. So that is the reason I'm writing F2 is equals to your mg into your x divided by L. Got it?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Now in the same way, other point. For this F2, I'm taking this one as of your reference. So at the time, this one will be F1 into your L will be equal to M1 into this is your mg into this perpendicular distance. That is L minus x.
Okay, yes, sir. Got it.
Got it? So that
So
is the way.
F1 is equals to mg by
Yeah.
mg into L minus x by L.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Next point. Say for example, this is your rod. And this rod is hanging like this. This rod is hanging like this. Weight of the rod is W and length of this one is L. So rod weight is equals to how much beta? Rod weight is equals to capital W. Elongation due to its own wire will be equal to how much? Elongation due to its own weight. Due to its own weight. That is delta L. So delta L will be equal to W into L divided by 2 into A into Y. Direct formula beta, try to remember. If the body is being hanging due to its own weight, then the extension is given by the formula. Delta L is equals to weight of the body, that is W, that can be equal to your M into G. So that is W into L divided by 2 times of your A into your Y. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next point. Eighth one. In the eighth one, what we are doing is, we are talking about two wires which are being connected end to end, which are being connected end to end, like this. This is one wire. Okay. And to this one, there is another wire like this. Okay. And we are applying a force on this
Yes,
one.
sir.
This is your F. Then this one extension is X1, and this one it is X2. The length of this one is L1, the length of this one is L2. And the first wire is made up of, like, say, for example, a steel. And next one is made up of, like, say, for example, a copper. So two wires are connected end to end like this, and you are applying the force. So when you apply the force, the extension in the steel is X1 and extension in the copper is X2. Because length are
Yes.
different, materials are also different, Young's modulus will also be different. So what will be the net elongation in this one, beta? Can anyone tell me? Net elongation.
X1 plus X2.
Yeah, net elongation will be equal to X1 plus of your X2. That will be equal to X. Force will be same here, beta. F is equals to same. F is equals to same in both wires. So I can write here F is equals to K1 into your X1 will be equal to your K2 into your X2.
Yes, sir. That is same.
Isn't it? So I can write here right now from this one, K1 X1 will be equal to your K2 into your X2.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, the spring
Means
constant of this one is how much for me? K1. The constant of this one is nothing but K2.
Okay.
Two springs are connected in which combination? Series combination.
Yes,
So
sir.
we can assume these two rods as lot beta, two series, like two springs connected in the series
Yes.
combination like this. This is K1 and this one is K2. When the two springs are connected in series combination, you know that K effective will be given how much in the problem beta? Series combination. That will be equal to your K1 into K2 divided by your K1 plus of your K2. This one I already told you in work for energy.
Yes, sir.
So force will be equal to how much for me beta? K equivalent into your X. So F will be equal to K equivalent is how much for me? K1 into K2 divided by your K1 plus of your K2 into your X.
Yes, sir.
Clear? This will be the answer to this. Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Very important application.
Sir, once can you show the seventh one, sir?
This is a big derivation, beta. I'm not doing the derivation because it is of no use also right now. So whenever we get such type of a condition where the rod is being elongated due to its own weight, the extension if is asking little bit of by practice, you can directly write the answer. Delta L is equals to W into L divided by 2 into A into Y. Young's modulus of this metal of the wire is Y. Area of this wire is nothing but of your capital A. Length is L. Weight of this one is W. This weight can also be written as of your M into G.
Yes.
Okay. Next one is braking force. Next one is braking force. What you do is today itself 2020 paper you try to take and see what was the question on the elasticity. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Today you take the 2020 paper. I'll send you that paper otherwise now.
Okay,
You
sir.
see the elasticity question, what was there, whether you are in a position to do that question or not. You just check, cross check it out once. Okay. Next one
Sir,
is
when is your
braking.
college starting, sir?
Yes, beta.
When is Narayana starting 12th class?
Already started, beta. Second year stop, they are not started. We are doing this is the first year topic only.
Second year, when are they going to start, sir?
We are still not decided, beta. Okay. Now see here. What is the braking stress, beta? Braking stress is always constant. Braking stress is always constant for a material. For a material. And does not depend on dimensions, length, etc. Okay. Braking stress is remaining for me what? Constant. What do you mean by braking stress, beta? Capacity. Like say Sri Ram is having its own capacity. Your sister is having its your own capacity, isn't it? And the other friends in your class will be having their another capacity. And the capacity to top in a class doesn't depend upon whether the person is short or whether the person is height, whether the person is a boy, whether the person is a girl, or whether the person is of your handicapped or maybe having certain problem. The talent will never depend upon these dimensions. Will it depend on that one, better? Isn't it? Is it something like that? The person who tops in a class is the one who should be of very height or very fat or very thin or very short? Is there any constraint like that? No, no.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
No, no. So that is the reason. In the same way, braking stress of a material, it will not depend on the dimensions. That means it is not depending on the length. It is not depending upon the area. It is depending upon only about what? Quantity. In the same way, braking force, if I'm talking about, braking force will be directly proportional to your area. Braking force is directly proportional to your area. So braking force length will depend upon what? Area. Only area, but it depends upon only the area. That means if the wire is cut into two parts, then each part will hold the same weight. Is it clear?
Same area means then
Area will be same, no? Like say, if wire cut into two parts, okay, then each part again hold same weight because area is same, na beta?
yes, sir.
Isn't it? So it is not depending upon the length. Braking force is depending upon what? Area. Unless until you change the area, the wire capacity will not change. So if the braking force is directly proportional to area, that means if a wire is cut into two parts, two equal parts, then each part will have a capacity to hold again what? Same weight. Whatever is the weight been taken by the first wire. Like say if this wire is holding a capacity of 10 kg. If I break this wire into two, this is also having capacity to hold 10 kg and this is also having the capacity to hold 10 kg.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Clear?
Means it won't the amount of weight which it can hold won't change.
Yeah. Like I'll give you an example, you'll get a clarity. See this question. Say for example, we got a wire of diameter. We got a wire of diameter 2 mm, 2 mm, 2 mm, which breaks under tension, of 500 Newton. Okay. Another wire of same material, another wire of your same material, but diameter 4 mm, but diameter 4 mm breaks under what tension? This is the question. See this one, isn't it? So we got a wire of diameter, how much beta? So I told you that braking force is directly proportional to area. Area is proportional to what? Pi into your r square. Isn't it? It is proportional to pi. R will be equal to how much beta? Diameter is 2 times of your r. So r will be equal to how much for me? D by 2. This will be equal to d by 2 whole square. That means force is proportional to your pi into d square divided by 4. Pi is constant, 4 is a constant. So force is directly proportional to what? To d square.
Good.
Isn't it? So I can write here right now, F1 divided by your F2, F1 divided by your F2 will be equal to your D1 divided by D2 whole square. So diameter of the first one is how much beta? Force is given how much initially? 500. We need to calculate the net force. Diameter of the first one is how much? Diameter of the wire is how much for me? 2 mm.
2 mm.
And another one is how much for me? 4 mm. This is your whole square. 2 ones are 2 twos are. That means this will become for me 1 by 4. So F2 will become how much beta? F2 will become for me how much? 500 into 4. 5 fours are 20. That means this will become for me 2000 Newton. Isn't it? Now see the condition. If the wire diameters are right now different, then capacity to hold is also different right now. Na? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Another 2-3 points have been left out in this one beta. That is about your bulk modulus and as well as of your shearing strain and Poisson's ratio. That will try to complete tomorrow and try to start the knowing numericals on the properties of matter. Okay, na?
Sir, tomorrow,
Tomorrow is Sunday, kada.
Yes.
Tomorrow, you call me. Otherwise, we'll